Hey, how's it going? This is Darrin Goodman with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. Today I want to show you how to play The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. This is, other than this little intro part that we're going to go over, it's a really simple song. It's the same three chords over and over and over again. But it's a fun song to play, and what's kind of cool about it is that, you know, if you're a beginner, it's really easy to play, and it's really easy to kind of adapt it to, you know, you can do like an electric guitar style version of it. It's really lends itself well to do like an acoustic version as too. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look. All right, so first let's look at this intro. So we start off, we've got D5 power chords. So we're on the 5th fret of the 5th string with your first finger and the 7th fret of the 4th string with your 3rd finger. And this is all played as 8th notes and palm muting. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we've got a whole measure of that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then going into the second measure, it's 1 and 2, and then on the and 2 we switch chords. So we're going to move our second finger, so now it's on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and our first finger is on the 4th fret of the 4th string. So that's and 3 and 4 and. So. And then we're going to move down, so our first finger is on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and we play just that note, 1 and then we're going to take our 3rd finger and go to the 4th fret of the 5th string and play both strings together for 2 and 3 and 4 and then going into the entire next measure. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So far. Then we have G5. So our first finger is going to go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and our 3rd finger to the 5th fret of the 5th string. And whole measure of this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we've got G diminished. So simply we're going to take the note we're playing here on the 5th fret of the 4th string and flatten it a half step. So you can just actually, if you wanted to at the first, just put your 2nd finger down, so that way all you have to do is lift the 1 finger up. So we do that for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So, and then back to D5 for 2 whole measures. So that's the whole intro. So. That's the entire intro. All right, so next we've got the verse, and for the verse, we are going to be using that D5 chord that we already did, and we're going to be using A5. So 5th string is open, 2nd fret of the 4th string, 3rd fret, or excuse me, 2nd fret of the 3rd string too, so you just bar that. So you could, it's just like you're doing an A major. And then G5, just like we did in the intro. So for this verse, you're on the D5, you've just got 2 measures, all 8th notes. A5, G5, back to D5. And then that just simply repeats. So you just got the... So that's the entire verse. All right, and that leads us into the chorus. Now, so for the chorus, it's still D, A, and G, but now we're going to be playing the full-on D major chords. So 4th string open, 2nd fret of the 3rd string with my 1st finger, 3rd fret of the 2nd string with my 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the 1st string with my 2nd finger. And then the A the same way, except now you're going to want to pick up that 2nd string. And then G, 3rd fret of the 6th string with my 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the 5th string with my 1st finger, strings 4 and 3 are open, 3rd fret of the 2nd and 1st strings with my 3rd and 4th finger. All right, so the timing on this part is a little tricky, I guess. So we rest on for 1. So it's 1, 2, 3. So you play that D as a half note for beats 2 and 3, and then you just do a quick down up for 4 and the and of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next measure, that strum of D on the and of 4 is tied to the downbeat of 1 in the next measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Then we just play the 5th string open on the downbeat of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, or 4 and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. And. So it's like the same thing. The only thing that's different is instead of being a rest on the downbeat of 1, you play just that root note of A. Then going on to the next measure, the same thing, but it's with G. So now the lowest note here, G, the 3rd fret of the 6th string, is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then back to D. So like that's the whole chorus. So that very last D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's tied to a quarter note of 1. So this one's a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So it kind of, if you listen, if you're familiar with the song, that'll make sense, like when you listen to it. So that's with the exception of the guitar solo, those are the parts of the song, and so it's like verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus, solo, verse, chorus. But like I said before, this is a song that you can play as like an acoustic version of it, and it sounds pretty cool. So what you could do, is instead of just playing the power chords, you could just play the verse like just with the just like that. So, play around with it, make it your own, experiment with the strumming on it and stuff, and, have fun with it. All right, so if you liked that lesson, you got something out of it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below if there's something you'd like to see either myself or one of the other instructors at guitarcontrol.com do in a future lesson. And that's all I got for you today, so until next time.